everyone.
Hi,
I'm Lisa.
I'm Renee,
And together we are the Tapping Duo. So today we thought we'd talk quickly about So You Think You Can Dance. I know I've been incredibly disappointed by this season. How have you been feeling?
Same thing.
Yeah.
And we don't even watch it together. But we came together today and talked about what we thought. So we have some news for you.
Yes. So I watched last night's show. I found it to be very similar, the dances. I think music choice is crucial to a successful number. I am not happy with the music choices. And my third opinion of last night's show is I think it is just a showcase for the choreographers. I'm not seeing the dancing I'd like to see.
Well, I think with the choreography, what I see is, I think you're right in that. And I'm sure they're hoping that the dancers will step up and make their dances look like they see them in their head. Mm-hmm. My son showed up last night, and he says, "Oh, you're watching So You Think You Can Dance." I said, "Yeah, I'm trying to get through it." And I said, "Let me show you something." So I turned on the 10-year reunion, which was last week.
Yes.
I said, "Look at the level of these dancers." And I said, the only thing missing from this season is the fact that they're not learning how to partner dance. Even if it was a Lindy number, they're not learning how to partner with someone else. Now, when we were talking today, I realized that he made a very good observation. They're all short. Mm-hmm. They're all 5 foot to maybe 5'4". I'll give 5'4" the tallest this year. I know ballroom dancers are much more lean and striking as far as being thin and not stocky like a gymnast. Uh-huh. But all these dancers look like a gymnast. You know, Virgil's really tiny too. But he couldn't lift a girl. I mean, he could, but it wouldn't be the elegance of a ballroom person. And I think that that's what we're missing. I think contemporary dancers and street dancers are really built the same. Mm-hmm. So when they're all dancing these different numbers, they all look the same. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what I'm missing, the diversity. I mean, even the cha-cha number they did?
It
was something they did.
Uh-huh.
It didn't, I think
it looked like hip-hop. Yes,
Asaf did it with, I don't remember her name, sorry.
Ariana?
But they didn't,
sure.
It just didn't, it looked like it struggled. And I'm sure these choreographers, it was a great routine, I'm sure. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Stacey Tukey, and her routine, as brilliant as it was, didn't come off like it should because the dancing level wasn't where it should be. And I'm not seeing the growth very quickly.
That's what I was going to say. In that 10-year reunion show, you had numbers that came out of the first week of competition, the 6th week of competition, right? And they're still, the caliber was so much higher than anything we've seen thus far from this group of dancers.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's the format. In order to make that street versus stage work, they made so many sacrifices in who they could choose. Something's missing. And
something's missing, absolutely.
I know Nigel wants to show that contemporary and street aren't far apart, and he's done that because he's got a bunch of the same people out there on the floor. So
the only one that stands out for me is in the street is Meg's.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
She's definitely an edgy girl who's just, I can't even imagine her doing a soft street. I mean, she has, but she looked out of place with her tattoos and her cut hair and just her, her rings and just the edge of her, doesn't fit. Like I said to you, she could be in West Side Story.
Absolutely.
You have to be in that sort of a stage presentation in order for her to pull off that look.
Yes.
Now, to take out all the earrings, to cover up the tattoos, to make her hair grow, or put a wig on her, and then put a soft dress on her, could she transition into a soft dancer? That's what I'd like to see.
Mm-hmm. That's a very good point. That was very constructive because that would be growth for her.
That would be growth.
Because it doesn't have to always be the pointed toes, but out of their comfort zone, beyond what they could do, and perhaps if there was one number that was very simple, and I thought, okay, they're trying to get the kids to dance differently, and they lowered the number of movements in a count, basically, so that everyone could do it together. And I was like, okay, well, that's a step towards progress.
Yeah.
But so what we decided was...
Well, my favorite number, first of all, was Virgil and
the robot.
The robot number and the blonde.
Haley.
She, and I love that they stayed in character. I saw growth in that. Those tiny movements like that was amazing. And you had a street and a stage dancer, and they looked the same. And it was a different kind of number. You know, it did. I love that. That was entertaining. You know,
But again, the dances have so much hip hop in them.
yeah. Even though
I don't
even the
find
stage
the
dances
street
too.
people. Asaf had to grow, quote, the most with a cha-cha, but they had so much hip hop in there he didn't have to grow.
Right.
They're not moving the street people out of their comfort zone, but they are moving the stage people somewhat into more street.
And
hip
one
hop.
of the girls said last night, and she goes, I knew I was going to be on the show, so I know I'm a stage dancer, but I made sure I took some hip hop classes. So they're all good in both, and we're just watching them. They're just all better in one side or the other. And anyway,
Okay.
tell them what we're going to do.
So we're going to take a break from discussing the show, and we'll be watching it privately at home in our own houses.
Maybe we'll get back when
If there's something worth commenting, we will. We may not. You may not hear from us till the top 5.
Yeah.
But something's really got to strike us to keep us talking about it. So we hope to be back next week and actually.
I really hope if any of the dancers ever see this, which who knows, you really got to step it up as far as growing out of your comfort zone. We already know you're great hip hoppers, and we already know you're great stage dancers.
Right.
So let's see you become a whole dancer. I'd really love to see that, and then we'll see some growth.
Yeah.
So until then,
Right. Good luck to you guys, and
be looking for our legs because we're going to start tapping.
there we go. Thanks, everybody.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.